What is cooking my hot potatoes? Today is the controller tier list. So, I was trying to record Valorant because the guy that's right above me actually commented if I could make a video on it. And I was like, sure. But it crashed my computer. Probably because I was playing it and recording at the same time. And there wasn't really any graphics settings to change, so we're just gonna do this. So, let's start with the oldest, which is this one. Well, the oldest in this list. Okay, the NES controller. So I actually have one. It's a newer one, but I guess maybe that would be what it would feel like if it was new. But if that is what it feels like, then I think it's like I want to say like a A or a B, because it's not the best, but it's, you know, I'm gonna go A. Okay, what's the next one? The Super Nintendo! This one I think controls maybe the same as the NES, but I haven't used it before. But if I imagine, I think it would be basically the same as the NES. Okay, what's the next one? The next one would be the GameCube. Okay, wait, almost forgot. The Sega... Yeah, this one. The Sega Genesis. So this one, I've actually been able... Oh, the Super Nintendo controller. I've been able to control one. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to bump these down. I've seen real ones, so they're kind of down there. Now, the Sega Genesis. I've seen one that's actually at my friend's house. They have a Sega Genesis. It's basically on the same tier as all the other ones. Okay, now we are heading into the 3D era of 3D. I mean, the era of 3... Yeah, that era. So, we're gonna start with the Nintendo 64. So this one, my friends also have a Nintendo 64. I'm actually saving up to get one. But you don't really know how good they feel until you actually have your hands on a real one. Which, if you get, like, I got one that's USB for a computer. That one controls basically the same as if one was really clean. So, that's more of an A. It feels really good. But also, it literally looks like, if you flip it upside down, it's a trident. Like, bruh. Okay, now, the original PlayStation controller. I want to say maybe here. Well, if there was a between, then I would say... Okay, you know what? I'll just put it on here. Okay. So, I don't think the Xbox came until the PlayStation 2 era. Also, I can't tell if... I can't tell the difference from these two. These look exactly the same. Except this one has a wire and this one doesn't. So I'm going to assume this one's a PlayStation 2 and this is going to be like PlayStation 3 or so. Okay. Now we're heading to... I'm going to say... Oh, we haven't... Wait, was there any more that were in this era? Okay, so I think we're done with this 3D era. Unless, was there... Oh, right, Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn... That looks kind of cheap, actually. And also it's very low and, like... I don't know, the last Sega consoles were really not that great. Or, well, they were, but they weren't as popular, and they died off. But they're still making games, so... Let's see. Now we're getting into the GameCube and PlayStation 2 era. Actually, I think the GameCube wasn't really that popular in that era. Okay, so now we're gonna guess that this is the PlayStation 2 controller. We have a PlayStation 2, actually. They feel, I think, pretty good, so I'm gonna go with A. They're not the best, but they feel pretty good. If you felt the Logitech ones, those feel better than the original. They feel so good. You don't know until you've actually done it. Okay. Now I think we're also into the Xbox. I've controlled one, it's not too great. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bump this one down there. Okay. Now we're gonna go to... I don't know if... Okay, so that was the original Xbox. This, I think, is Xbox 360. Oh, we're getting into the... Oh, almost forgot. GameCube. Now, I've controlled one of these controllers. The analog... I think there's only one analog. Wait, no. I think there's two analogs and one shoulder. It's a really weird design. I'm gonna bump that with the A's. Not the best, but it's pretty good. So then we're gonna go on to... I think we're getting to the PlayStation 3, maybe? Nope, wait. I think the Dreamcast was in the same year. So this one... It doesn't look comfortable to hold. It looks more like one of these. Not very good. Oh yeah, also, follow him. I think he's the one who made this nice tier list. Now, we're heading into the 4th generation? I don't know. There's so many generations. Now, let's get on with the Xbox 360. This one, a lot of people say it controls pretty good. And I've controlled one. It's pretty nice. Of course, like I said with the A tier, not the best, but really good. Okay, now let's get on with this one. Yeah, that's, I think, pretty good. Okay, now we're starting to get to the newest consoles. This one. What is... I'm gonna say there. Okay, now we're getting to the good ones. Let's get the Wii. So the Wii. I have a Wii. The controls? The nunchuck feels way too light. It feels really cheap. If you have one, you know. I don't know if you guys think it feels cheap, but I think it kind of does, because it's really light. It's kind of the heaviness. If it's heavier, it feels more expensive. But it can be cheap, and they could just put, like, weights in it to make it feel heavier. So it makes it feel more expensive, but I like if it has a little weight to it. So I'm just gonna put that in... I'm gonna say B. Okay, now... I think we need to get the PlayStation 3, I am pretty sure. I don't know, these look the same. What's the difference? Looks like this one just zoomed out a little bit. Okay, this one, I'm imagining controls maybe like the Logitech one or so. So I'm gonna bump that with A. We still don't have any S's though, but we're getting there. We're almost at the S. Okay, now we're gonna do the Wii U. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that one. Now, PlayStation 4? 5? I don't know. There's like a million PlayStations. I don't really like the new PlayStation, so I'm just gonna...
Dude, this is what I actually sound like.
This is just my opinion, so don't get mad in the comments. It's just my opinion. So, we're going to do the next one. Now, we're going to do the regular Switch Joy-Cons. They feel like if you got an Xbox controller and just made it a tiny bit worse. Not to where it feels bad, but I think we have it. A tier. Now, these last controllers, I think, feel really good. So, this one, the Switch Pro controller, S tier. And now the Xbox controller. This bad boy. May I tell you, when you're holding this, it feels so smooth, and then the analogs and the triggers and the buttons, and the clickiness of the D-pad and the joysticks, I think we have a winner. The best controller, in my opinion, is the Xbox controller. Maybe you guys have different feelings. Maybe you're like, oh, the Xbox controller sucks! But I think it's pretty good. So, background color.
He's my other friend.
Oh no, I'm gonna puke. Oh my gosh, we were saved. Now, if you did enjoy that video, be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, time to go on Fortnite.
And,
Let's see my 300.
you should subscribe and like and comment and